Today we'll be working in my workbook called Preparing to Leave Mount Sinai. And this is the first book in the series on Numbers. And looking at the table of contents, we have prepared and did the first census of the 12 tribes. And then we were learning through all this that there's 600,000 able-bodied men, and that equals about 2 million people. Then we talk about the Levites and what the Levites are going to be doing. We have the arrangement of the camps around the tabernacle. This provides order and organization for when they start marching on the road. So we had a census of the Levites as well, and their duties and how old you have to be in order to work as a Levite. Then we had the redemption of the firstborn. Basically, the Levites are the first, what God has taken as firstborn, and he handles them differently than any of the other tribes. Now we go to chapter 7. The responsibilities of the priests and the Kohathites.
The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, take a census of the Kohathites, branch of the Levites, by their clans and families. Count all the men from 30 to 50 years of age who come to serve in the work at the tent of meeting.
Now, a different census is taken. What clan is being counted here?
Kohathite branch.
Right, Kohathite, yeah. The sons of Levi are shown below in order from oldest to youngest. Is Kohath the oldest, the youngest, or the middle son?
Middle.
Yeah. So reread pages 49 and 50. How many Kohathite males 1 month old or older are there?
8,600.
Which side of the tabernacle do they camp on? North, south, east, west?
South.
Right, that's correct. Aside from the leader, who are the famous descendants of the clan of Kohath?
Moses, Aaron, and
Miriam. Apparently you haven't heard that name before. I hear it quite often. But how is the census different this time than last? Who is being counted?
Men from 30 to 50.
Okay. Why are they being counted?
Serve in the work at the tent of meeting.
Reminder that for the rest of the tribes, the men had to be 20 years or older. Therefore, Levites have to be older to start work in the tabernacle temple. We will later discover that they actually go in at 25 and they have 5 years of apprenticeship before they are fully used as priests. I don't know when that is, in the next book or the book after, I don't know.
This is the work of the Kohathites at the tent of meeting, the care of the most holy things. When the camp is to move, Aaron and his sons are to go in and take down the shielding curtain and put it over the ark of the covenant law. Then they are to cover the curtain with a durable leather, spread a cloth of solid blue over that, and put the poles in place. A lot of covering.
Yeah. What is the responsibility of the Kohathites?
Care of the most holy things.
Right. We have the detail of the items they're responsible for in Numbers 3 below. What are they responsible for?
Care of the sanctuary, ark, table, lampstand, altars, articles of the sanctuary, curtains, and everything else.
Right, basically the equipment part of it. Before the Kohathites can even touch the items in the tabernacle, Aaron and his sons have to do several things first. First, they take down the
shielding
curtain in the temple will be known as the veil, and put it over the
ark
of the covenant law. Yeah. Then over the curtain goes
durable leather,
and then a cloth of
solid blue.
Right. Lastly, they put one in place.
Poles.
Right. So basically, they really cover it because the Kohathites are not supposed to see any of these things. So the priests and Aaron and the priests have to cover them well so the Kohathites aren't going to be killed.
Over the table of the presence, they are to spread the blue cloth and put on it the plates dishes, and bowls, and the jars for drink offerings. The bread that is continually there is to remain on it. They are to spread a scarlet cloth over them, cover that with the durable leather, and put the poles in place.
Next, Aaron and his sons, the priests, cover what?
The table of the presence.
Yeah, what we also now call the table of showbread. Interestingly, there are layers when covering the table of presence. Over the table, what is spread?
Blue cloth.
Then what is put on the blue cloth?
Plates, dishes, bowls, and jars for drink offerings.
Right. Then this also includes what food?
Bread.
Right. Then over all the items on the blue cloth goes what first?
Scarlet cloth.
Then what is covered over all that last?
Durable leather.
Yeah, because you never know when you're traveling in the rain.
Yeah.
The durable leather is the same thing the tabernacle is covered with, and is believed to be leather from the skin of an animal called takish, often translated as badger skins, porpoise, or sea cow hides, known for being rugged and weatherproof, providing vital protection for the sacred items during the Israelites' wilderness journey. I'd say it would probably be badger skins. I don't know where they would get the sea cow is, we know sea cow is a different thing, right? We call it something else. But anyway, why is this durable leather important?
Like you said, to protect it from the weather.
Yeah.
They are to take a blue cloth and cover the lampstand that is for light, together with its lamps, its wick trimmers and trays, and all its jars for the olive oil used to supply it. Then they are to wrap it and all its accessories in a covering of the durable leather and put it on a carrying frame. Over the gold altar, they are to spread a blue cloth and cover that with the durable leather and put the poles in place. They are to take all the articles used for ministering in the sanctuary, wrap them in a blue cloth, cover that with the durable leather, and put them on a carrying frame.
What is the next item covered?
Lampstand.
Right. And what is wrapped with it?
Lamps, wick, trimmers, and trays and jars for olive oil.
It is wrapped in two cloths. What are they?
Blue cloth and durable leather.
What is the third item covered?
Gold altar.
Is this item covered the same way as the lampstand?
Yes, same way.
What additional tasks do they do to the gold altar?
Put poles in place to carry it.
Right.
They are to remove the ashes from the bronze altar and spread a purple cloth over it. Then they are to place on it all the utensils used for the ministering at the altar, including the fire pans, meat forks, shovels, and sprinkling bowls. Over it, they are to spread a covering of the durable leather and put the poles in place.
The bronze altar, also known as the brazen altar, is the only item in the courtyard that the Kohathites are responsible for. What does the priest remove from the bronze altar first before they cover it?
Ashes.
There's also a layering on the bronze altar. First, they put what color cloth on the altar after the ashes have been removed?
Purple.
Then what goes onto the cloth?
Utensils, fire pans, meat, forks, shovel, sparkling bowls.
And then what goes on over that?
Durable leather.
And lastly, they put one into place.
The pole.
The bronze laver, or where the priests could wash their feet before going into the tabernacle, also exists in the courtyard, but is never mentioned regarding who was to carry it. It would seem logical the Kohathites would carry that as well.
After Aaron and his sons have finished covering the holy furnishings and all the holy articles, and when the camp is ready to move, only then are the Kohathites to come and do the carrying, but they must not touch the holy things or they will die. The Kohathites are to carry those things that are in the tent of meeting.
Right. The Kohathites cannot come into the tabernacle until what two things have happened?
Holy furnishings are covered and the camp is ready to move.
Right. The Kohathites cannot come into the tabernacle nor touch the holy items before they are covered, or what happens?
They will die.
That's this is why anything that needs more than one man to carry it has poles, so they're not even touching the items covered. And review what are all the items they will be carrying.
So in Numbers 4, 5 through 6, take down the shielding curtains and put it over the Ark of the Covenant. In Numbers 4, 7 through 8 is table of presence. Numbers 4, 9 through 10 is lampstand. Numbers 4:11, gold altar of incense. Numbers 4:12, articles used for ministering. Numbers 4:13 through 14, bronze altar, and well, probably what is bronze laver.
Right. Yeah, it never mentioned so, but I'm thinking it's probably they carry the equipment.
Yeah. Okay. Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest, is to have charge of the oil for the light, the fragrant incense, the regular grain offering, and the anointing oil. He is to be in charge of the entire tabernacle and everything in it, including its holy furnishings and articles.
Looking at the graph below, is Eleazar the firstborn or the oldest son living?
Oldest.
Son living, yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at the graph below, Aaron is the present high priest, but who will be the high priest after Aaron?
Eleazar.
Yeah, Eleazar, yeah.
Eleazar.
Side note, Elisheba was the daughter of Amminadab, the prominent figure in the tribe of Judah, and sister of Nahshon, the leader of that tribe, connecting the priestly and royal lines in in Israel. So yeah, Aaron marries Elisheba, and she's connected to the Judah line. So that's kind of interesting. Eleazar is in charge of the following items.
Oil for the lampstand, fragrance for the gold altar, and the regular grain offering.
This is flour mixed with oil, frankincense, and salt, burnt on the altar as a memorial and a sweet aroma to the Lord.
The anointing oil, the holy furnishings, and the articles.
Right.
The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, I see that the Kohathites tribal clans are not destroyed from among the Levites, so that they may live and not die. When they come near and the most holy things, do this for them. Aaron and his sons are to go into the sanctuary and assign to each man his work and what he is to carry. But the Kohathites must not go in to look at the holy things, even for a moment, or they will die.
Right. The whole point of it was you need to keep the Kohathites living, or who's going to carry the holy things, you know? So they had the most danger of dying. So you had to wrap those really well and then assign, who is going to carry what. You need to be responsible for them. So, look at how heavy it is and so they were responsible for the Kohathites not dying. The
But it's sad
Kohathites,
that they couldn't see
yeah,
it.
well, yeah, they could see the two things outside of the tabernacle, but only the priest could see what was inside the tabernacle.
Yeah,
The
interesting.
Kohathites are put into a difficult and dangerous position. If they see or touch the items they are carrying, they will die. Was there a time in the Bible when a Kohathite died by touching or seeing the holy item? Yes, but not until the time of David. 2 Samuel 6, 2, 3, 6, 7. David arose and went with all the people who were with him from Baal Judah to bring up from there the ark of God, whose name is called by the name the Lord of hosts, who dwells between the cherubim. So they set the ark of God on a new cart and brought it out of the house of Abinadab, which was on the hill, and Uzziah, a Kohathite, and also Aho, the sons of Abinadab, drove the new cart. When they came to Nashon's threshing floor, Uzzah put out his hand to the ark of God and took hold of it, for the oxen stumbled. Then the anger of the Lord was aroused against Uzzah, and God struck him there for his error, and he died there by the ark of God. Which, of course, the continuing in that story, David then was frustrated, and he didn't move the ark into Jerusalem because he was frustrated and didn't know what to do. So they put it in someone's house who got extremely blessed by God because he took care of it properly. And so then David felt, okay, we can bring it into Jerusalem.
Wow.
Anyway, that's this continuing of that story. What are the Moses, Aaron, and Aaron's sons responsible for regarding the Kohathites?
That they don't die.
Yeah.
That they know.
To help prevent this, Aaron and his sons were to do what in verse 19?
Assign to each man his work and what he is to carry.
Right. They made the decision as to who was carrying what. So it's on their heads if something happens. The Kohathites were not just members of the Levite tribe, but what clan was Moses and Aaron part of?
The Kohatite tribe.
So this was close family members they were also protecting.
Yeah.
And we're down to the end of the chapter again. What number 3, what color cloth was put over the bronze altar?
Purple.
Number 4, who is in charge of the tabernacle and everything in it?
Eleazar.
6, there were 3 cloths on the table of showbread, blue,
Scarlet,
and durable leather. 8, the Kohathites were responsible for the care of the most
holy
things. 10, the table of presence is what we now call the table of
showbread.
Right. 11, Kohath is the
middle
son of Levi. 1 down, what color is the cloth that is put over the lampstand?
Blue.
2, the last covering for everything was
durable.
Leather. 5, a census of the Kohathites of all men 30 to
50
in age. What we now call the veil was then called the
shielding
curtain. Which son is Eleazar, first, second, third, or fourth of Aaron?
Third.
The bronze altar is also known as the
brazen
altar. And so that's the end of this chapter. Let me go ahead and